I wanted to talk about something that a friend told me a while back. He lived on this hill, this mountain, for all his life, I'm pretty sure. Same age as me. And I trip out on the kids that were kind of like almost born and reared here. Just, you don't do that with kids. So they end up moving away to the city. It's just a balancing out. You know, some kids like me knows that I don't want to live in the city for most of my life. I'll live in the mountains, but the truth is, it's like, well, I live in the mountains. I already lived in the city about 15 or 14 years, right? That's when I came up here, and I did a 35-year run or more here, and I just might move down back into a city area. I would like it to be a place where sane people are. I mean, quote unquote. You know what I mean. More like people that know they are stone cold crazy, and they're not apt to try and fake you out about it. Not like what's going on around here. Plain, really, absolutely. Having said that, it's a different fucking category of insanity. I mean, really dangerous people, and nobody comes to a place just for that. This place has some other ambiance that people come for, and having said this, it's nearly impossible to enjoy that, and here's why. Now, there is a way to research this and look and see, well, approximately when has it become so intense. Now, I can tell you that I remember, well, it's at least been 10 years, but maybe a little less than that, that I notice a difference out in the wilderness area, the energy, the way that you feel there. Well, now, I'm talking about how that they can surround this place with EMF waves, where they just keep it in the air and bombarding. And an area like this, when they put a wind tower in, which this is what creates those frequencies, by the way, that communicates to your it can communicate to your psychological state. They just basically rattle off fear vibes or anxiety vibes. Really, it will give you a continual ringing in the ears, perhaps, and people think, oh, you're having a spiritual experience, but yeah, but maybe also, yeah, it's the experience of having there's a spiritual warfare here, and if it's not an angel warning you about somebody talking shit about you and shit about ready to come down, then of course you're probably getting a sunbeam or something, or there's tons of things. Your ears probably should be ringing all the time to some extent, and I don't let it bug me. I'm a musician. It's like, well, you're always hearing sound. Why do you let it bug you? Can you tune into where there's no sound? See, this is actual playing music. A lot of people don't know that to get an actual musical song going, or even a rhythm, there must be, it's working with silence in between the tones. Just one vibration to be the very vibration of the tone E or A or G. It's vibrating and it's going, and the reason why it's a certain frequency, that we can call it a certain level of vibration, is happening, that is an on and off signal. It's much like, well, a good example is just hitting a drum once. Just hitting that drum once. Now, if you were to sample it end on end, because there's a beginning and a finish to that very sound, but if you can just splice it end on end, it'll be a complete tone. And in fact, they are tuning drums. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the bass is E. And then I learned how to tune drums. It took me about 2.5 years, and I'm sure I've forgotten now, and I have to relearn again, maybe. The main thing is how to listen to it. It's phenomenal. Being taught by real life professionals that have been through it all of their life, doing recording and how to do a lot of things, and who actually paid attention. Anyway, I really wanted to talk about, babes, what I'm trying to tell you is that my friend was trying to tell me. He says, no, you notice it. If you're as sensitive as you think you are as an empath, and you are, and he's looking at me, You notice it. When you drive off the hill, there's a certain place, it's not far away that you can get either. You can feel that you're getting away from the extreme bombardment. And the people that are here, they're just stuck in this vibe that is noticeable. It'll really irritate you after a while if you really think that you're going to draw off of a hearty or nourishing human ecology, say as a mentality. You want to talk about, well, if it hasn't already been, I mean, it's the world condensed as far as how that there's narcissism, right? And then it's up here like you're pretty certain that people are in hiding up here because they are full-on fucking narcissists, even psychos. Not kidding. A lot of everybody knows that, you know. It's just like, you don't come up here for the people, babes. You come up here for the wilderness area and the fountain, the fountain of energy that it really is. Like all wilderness areas, and a lot of spiritual people do make it up here, and they kind of keep themselves, and they notice all of these things. They're like, man, is this place really fucking full of shape-shifting, psycho-bound fucking narcissists moving into Satanism like right now and only wishing? I am noticing. I could go on and on about this, babes, but I did. I already noticed something I shouldn't talk about it, you know. But let alone, babes, that yes, the satanic condensed version of human services up here doing the bill gouging and even poisoning of the waters, drinking water, um, doing spells on the place, achieving what they can on top of they are depending on the society to be pretty much oblivious, right? There's just a lot of stress and everybody knows it and they take advantage of it, right? Nobody wants to, can't, or knows how really to let go enough to just fight it like tooth and nail until like, what, Jesus Christ? You go, girl! Good ventriloquism right then, huh? Shit, it's almost like it's not really happening for me over there. Just kidding. I'm a good kisser. Is that what your problem was? Yeah, nobody likes love either. Forget sex. Whoops. It's like I said that. How did we get here? Who knows? Just make it a mystery, you know what I mean? Back to the fact, really cool guy, by the way. I know that because I know astrology, I know that he has like, I'm his fantasy. I'm a lot of men's fantasies. The best way is to stay a man's fantasy is just keep your distance. Never let them touch you, and they're like you'll stay the dream of their life forever. They'll just be like, you know. But so he tells me, no, it's obvious. This place is shrouded in fucking apps, like talking about an experiment, babe. They already do these experiments, like, you know, the L.A. riots were indeed caused by. They kept reporting on this case, you know, and made it public. Whether it was real or not, we will never know. But they did. This is studyable. You can look at it, and this is what they did. They already know what they can do, and they're performing this on the entire global populations. It's certainly not done though by way of releasing 125 satellites a day to the tune of 65,000 of them just holding space in a grid. That's just for playing video games and getting Netflix.